Morning everyone, how you doing? I'm Carl and this is Waterside for Adventures. Welcome in, hope everyone's good. So we're off down Hemsby again today. We're going to do a bit of an update, see what's happening since the road collapsed and the houses were took down and stuff like that along the front. So I'm already on the main road, main straight. I've just pulled into the Richton's Hemsby Beach Holiday Park. As you can see, I've already got me waders on and I've got me fishing suit over the top of that, and I'm ready to get down on that beach. Now it's definitely stormy weather, got storm Isha, whatever it is. So we got like 40 plus mile an hour winds constant, and then sort of 60 plus in the gusts. So that's pretty rough. Trees and stuff are flapping about, and fair few are coming down in the lanes and stuff like that. But we're going to get down on that beach. We're going to have a little look, see if a road's been buried, see how much more of the cliffs come down, and just generally have a good look around, and a bit of an update from about a month ago really, when the road come down. So let's spin round and have a look. Should be able to go off this little curb here. We're on the main beach road. We'll head down this way. Do our normal, we'll find somewhere to park. I thought I'd just bring you in, let you have a little look around the actual area, see what's happening on the main road. Not many people about by the looks of things. There's a couple of people walking, but nothing too crazy. We have actually got blue skies today with clouds as well. There's a bit of sunshine, as you can probably see, but it's not really warming things up too much. We have got 10 degrees, so I mean that's not cold. It's not like -2, 3, 4 what we've had recently. Just give you a little cruise through the centre. See what's going on. Most stuff down this end's open again. Stays open sort of most of the year really, by the looks of it, right the way through the winter. Not expecting the sea to be too rough today because the wind is coming like from behind, like onshore, but the cliffs and stuff are hopefully going to stop it and it won't be too rough. So we've got a few people out walking their dogs and stuff like that. There's lots of people parked in this end now. I was hoping to squeeze in one of these, but it's not going to happen. It's a bit of a pain. Right, I'll get parked up and I'll see you on the beach. Okay, so we're walking down towards the beach. I was going to try and park along there, but it's a bit packed today. The beach cafe, but it's shut. The lifeboat shop, again that's shut. What I can see is the sea. It's not looking like it's too crazy. Some of this has actually been buried up. The main way in's not. See what we got then. It's looking slightly different to when we come last time. This was all built up in rocks and all sorts of stuff. Tide's sort of 3/4 of the way up by the looks of things. Still got plenty of rocks and stuff down this area. There's still plenty of rubbish and stuff in there that hasn't been sorted. We've got trees and stuff down around the corner there. Looks like we've got trees growing in the middle of the beach where they've gone into the sand and sort of settled and started to get buried. But they're not growing on the beach, I can assure you of that. The same's happening down that way really. The cliffs are getting washed away. Sea state is not too bad at all, quite nice. So the winds are coming from the other direction, so it's not really affecting us. It's actually flattening the sea down instead of picking it up. Right, let's go and have a look and try and see what's going on before we can't walk any further up because of the tide. Obviously we'll go through if I have to. If there's any areas like so. That's definitely changing. So we've got a big old sewage or some sort of pipe. I wouldn't say it was water because that's a big rusty pipe, so that's probably a sewage pipe or something like that, laying on the beach here. So clearly see that lots of stuff haven't been tidied up. That's for definite. Or if it has, it's been washed out to sea and then it's come back in again. Someone's put a little teddy on there. I would have thought they were starting to use these bricks to make some sort of barrier, but it doesn't look like it. It's more road come down on this, further down this end. As you can see, we can literally look right up under this piece of road here, just hanging off the side of the cliff. It's quite crazy. Not very often you're going to see something like that. Lots more road just laying down the sides. All this metal is just sticking up all over the place, which is not on really, is it? Nasty spiky bits of metal. We're walking on the old road right now and that's pretty much buried under the sand. There's little bits of it sticking out, but not very much to be honest. It's all under there. Big chunks of metal floating around on the beach, whatever that is. There's a lot of weed on the beach coming in from, obviously from the sea. More trees look like they've been planted on the beach, but they're not. Lots more cliff slides. Still loads of pipe work all hanging out. A lot more than there was last time, because obviously all this on the edges is all fresh and all recently come down. Surprising how much more has been washed away. I'm quite shocked myself actually, to be honest. I didn't think that I'd have gone that far within a few weeks. You can see a bit up here we can reference to in the other video, if you remember. Just give me a sec to get there. this area here, and then wooden bits up the top. There was like that was still on the road. None of this was down on the bottom. Yeah, that was still attached, but they took the building off it, the shed off it that was sitting on it, so the base was still sitting there at the time. And it's definitely not now. All this is fresh. More metal sort of intertwined with the bits off the road and stuff. Rubbish, you name it, all laying everywhere. These bits here, you can literally see they've just come down. You've got water pipes poking out under there. You can see this is a fresh fall that probably happened last night. I don't reckon there's much road left up there to walk on, but we will have a look on the way back. We can get to the other end. More road laying down here. More big water pipes hanging out. We got to here last time when the tide was all the way up, if you remember. And the tide is still up here, but this time it's a lot calmer. We had a northeasterly last time and this was about 3 foot deep and I walked through it. If you haven't seen that on the other video, definitely worth going to watch the other video. We walked along here and kept finding holes, if you remember. Some nice skies happening in the background. And amongst all the rocks there's plenty of wood and tiles and all sorts of stuff, and the platforms and stuff that come down. Let's have a little look at the sea, shall we? Actually looks really calm, it's quite nice. When you get up the top there, the winds that are flying in from land outwards are pretty rough. Well, it's looking very different around this side now. Loads more road has come down. Well, the road's gone completely. You're actually into people's gardens now. As you can see up there, I actually walked along the top there last time, and the rest of the road, and there is none. It's gone. You can imagine that road was right over here. Quite crazy to see, really. It's not too far off them homes just there. Gonna have to make some decisions pretty soon, I think. So it's not looking good. It's gonna take what? Another couple of storms and then we'll be on that house right there. I reckon they're going to have to probably give them notice, and that'll be more coming down, which is not very nice. Can't believe how much more was washed away. When we walked last time, we would have walked almost in line with these rocks, which means we've lost from here right up to there. Easily a good another 15 foot of road, maybe 20. It's not good for them people that are literally right on the edge. They let them stay last time, but can't see that happening this time. All this has recently come down, as you can see. It weren't long ago I walked along the top of all of that. It's huge bushes, trees, or whatever you want to call them, right here. Come right down. Strange to see the whole roots and everything all been ripped out. That's all slid out of there. How much more is going to keep going and keep going? I think every time we get a storm now, this area is going to lose more and more. Tide's coming in quickly, as you can clearly see. Lots and lots more gone here. Power cables just laying in the beach. Someone's got a bird feeder there, so that was clearly in their garden at the time. It's not their garden anymore. Oh, what's that? There's a lot of pipe work come down here. Electric pipes, water pipes. You can see them winds flying through the sky just over the cliffs there. Look. See how fast that's going out to sea. It's pretty rough. Some big blue pipes there. Lots of roads still laying on the beach. A lot of this is new falls. Some of it's the old stuff and getting buried like this. It's clearly a new one. Up there's all fresh. There was obviously a little building there or a shed, and that's come over. There's digger tracks on here along the side here, so I don't know what they've been doing because I can't see a lot. I wonder if they've been clearing up some of the stuff that's been coming down. Lots of trees and bushes and lots more road all slid down. Nasty big spiky bits of metal like that sticking out. All this stuff is really dangerous. It all really needs to be cleared, doesn't it? It's not nice. You can see there's digger tracks here, but they ain't done anything. Lots more road. Obviously come from up there and along the sides there. Like that. This is nasty, all twisted, spiky metal. Really dangerous. Fresh fall right there, looks like it fell today or yesterday. Caution electric cable, that's good, isn't it? This is all fresh road come down. Huge chunks of metal just sticking out all over the place. There can't be much of an area up there now to walk on, to be honest. Some more of them really big, deep metal piping. So I reckon it has sewage pipes, I would say. It's more just cables just laying around all over the beach. See the power cable on this, look at the size of these. That's some big power cable, that is. That takes some force to pull that apart, won't it? But something did. Obviously the road just come down with it and ripped it apart. You can see where them pipes are meant to be. Up on the top there. And this power cable's just going right up through there. Oh, look at this, look. These bits of road are coming down with the next storm. Hopefully not now while I'm standing underneath them. If you look above up there, you can see the skies are flying through us. Pretty windy, but it's not too bad down here. I'm sheltered. Strange looking things on the beach. Tide's going to cut me off down that end at the moment. Looks like I'm going in the water soon. I'm hoping to get right down the other end, and then we'll walk back on some of the top if there's anything left to walk on. As I said, the sea's just trickling in lovely today, which is unusual. Makes me feel like I want to get the rods out and have a little fish. But as you can see by all that weed, that would be an absolute nightmare. Here we go again, there's the edge of the road. What's left of that bit of it. What's this up here? Sorts of rocks with ropes tied between them. Not quite sure what the purpose of them is. They're meant to be some sort of defence or something, but if they are, I can't see that doing much. Big old tree sticking up here. That's buried deep in the beach, so I can't move it at all. So much more has come down. It's unbelievable. It just, well, there ain't going to be much left soon. There ain't much left now, I don't think. Put in these big stones and stuff, but they're just getting buried. They're almost pointless. More road land in the beach here. And as this sand and stuff up there gets washed down, it's just going to bury it under, it's just going to disappear. It's already started to happen. A lot of what we're walking on is the older road from the previous video I done here. This is all fresh road that has come down further in. Any ideas, anyone, why they're not just getting on here and removing all this nasty metal and concrete? And it clearly needs to be done. It's going to happen again and again. I mean, who's going to visit this beach this summer if they know that all this metal and stuff is all laying underneath the sand? Can you imagine your kids playing and getting spiked by something like that? Or anyone, to be honest. All these nasty sharp bits of metal. You caught your leg on that under the water, you soon rip your leg open. There's whole hedges and stuff laying there. Like, tide's definitely chasing me up. Not quite sure what that was. Oh, that's a power cable. Another massive power cable laying there. Liz and Kev, 1790. That's an old stack of bricks. Another one of them huge metal pipes. And there's another 4 or 5 of them laying down here. Scaffold poles, more road, another huge bit of pipe. Lots more road. Up there looks like there's a teeniest bit of path left I might be able to get through. How you doing? As you can see further down there now is there's no way back and all cut off. So we either find an area much further down or we're going up the cliff again. Huge power cables just hanging outside the cliff there. Some more of these bricks are just concrete if you look inside it, and then they just get smoothed off so they stack to each other. All sorts of bits of building and all sorts in there. Trees, huge bits of pipe, and looks like that fence up there is going to be the next thing to come down. There's just layers and layers of rubbish in here, like trees, bits of building, loads of pipe, stone, rocks, glass, rubbish. You name it, that's pretty much in there. It's trying to cut me off down here. You ain't got much room left. Obviously we can walk in the sea. We're in the waders. The huge area up there disappeared. Come sliding down. couple of chaps walking this way, but I doubt they'll get through the water. It's over in the water, but that's nothing unusual, is it? The last remaining pieces of this road are just hanging on the edges now. Do believe I walked on that last time I was up there. There's the blue one with the notice in the window, if you remember. That's got a little way left, but whee. Got a few waves coming in behind me here now. See, these breakers are already underwater. On just a normal tide like this, I mean, this is not rough, as you can see. So what are they doing? They're just a waste of time. The tide just goes straight over the top of them. Diggers have been in here for something. Feels like there's a deep bay here. Well, don't feel like it, there is, you can see. There's huge cubes of concrete. But they've started sinking, so that's pointless. Absolutely pointless. Lots more of this has come down. You can see how close the blue one is to the edge now. I had a year's notice on it, if I remember, but if we get any more storms, that'll be down before the notice is up. As you can see, these have all been put in, but they've just sunk. There's like a really deep hole right in front of you there. I can't even walk into it. Let's go straight down. So these are basically just sinking in the sand, and then just normal tides like this just end up just rolling over them. It's not a rough day out there. A couple of tiny waves, but nothing to worry about. Got the moon up there. Looking quite nice out there. I mean, if these were doing their job and they were 3 times higher, 4 times higher, none of this behind us here would be getting washed down, would it? And as you can clearly see, it's been coming down. Oh, it's absolutely flying in there. So it's deep where we are now, but as you go back out there, you just got high sand again. Look at it rushing in here, like, whee! Tide's flying in. They're saying route closed, so we need to work out what we're going to be doing, where we can walk and where we can't. That tide is certainly coming in fast. Whew. We climbed up these cliffs last time and went over the top, but if you remember, we got to the top and there was bramble bushes for like 100 yards after that, and they were like 8 feet tall and really thick, so we learned our lesson on that one. We're going to keep trying to go this way. I don't think it's looking too terrible right this minute, apart from all the rubbish that's here. As you can see, the rubbish has just battered the fencing that they've tried to put up. You don't see the point of that. It's pretty clear the tide's going to knock the fencing down. They might as well put a piece of paper up on us. What a waste of time. Someone's frisbee. You can see people do come and play on these beaches in the summer. When we look at high tide, look where we are. Like, we're not at high tide yet, but the water's here. And the water's deep in front of us. And then 20 yards out, it shallows right out again. Where I'm standing is the defences they had put up, because there's an area along the back here that has to be protected. I don't actually know the ins and outs of it or anything, but I know they have to look after it. And that's basically what they've done. They've put cages of stones all the way along this end. And to be fair, none of this has come down behind us, so they're actually working. For how long is a different matter. But if you look how high up we are, these are like, can't really see, but I'm going to guess 1, 2, I can see 3, 4 cages high with the one I'm standing on. So these ones are actually working. So why are they not putting these all the way along? Because the private section bit gets priority. Oh, saying that, looking down this end, looks like they're moved and I'm walking on them. Don't really want to go down with them. It might make an interesting video, but it won't be too good. Alright, as you can see they're falling to the left and falling in, so I'm going to climb down, get back on the sand here, and we'll have a look from this side and see what they actually are and how they're made and what's what when we get a bit closer. And there you go, it's just, they're literally just cages of stones. As you can see, but these ones have got battered. These ones have actually took quite a bad hit along this last part. And to be fair, they're probably only just doing anything to stop the water coming up now, really. Where it's all come down here. I mean, that's not going to be long before it's going over that. Not sure what's up behind the back here yet. But I'm sure we'll find out. People obviously used to just sit here and watch the sea. I do believe that platformy bit over there was probably could have been some sort of shed or hut or something there. But you can see all the rubbish all mixed in between all this lot. It's not nice. No need for it. I mean, if these cages work, why not dig it out and make them work again? As you can see, these ones are all coming down. You can see down in front of me, I've got a huge deep hole where it comes in and smashes against these, and then when it hits the barriers, that goes down, sort of thing, and digs a hole out. But if you go out 20 yards, see it breaking, see the gaps, that'd just be just over your feet. Down here, that's past your knees and more. So we've got an outlet pipe or something down there for us doing anything. Looks like there's water running out of it, actually. From this end, it doesn't look like it's still connected, but I think it is. So the water's been up where I am now, because as you can clearly see, everything at the tide's left behind. So this is probably a big sewage pipe, which is still connected, sort of. As you can clearly see, us still doing its job. I don't really want to know what's coming out of the end of it, but it's definitely getting unearthed. Ooh, up and over. So just a bit further down here we can see where the cages have actually started falling apart and falling into the sea, which is not good. As you can see here, let me just get on here. These ones are not doing the job. They fell into the sea, they're starting to fall apart, and half of them are empty as stones. So they're not fit for purpose, really, are they? I mean, if you look at the edge of the cages, they've just got wire wrapped around them to hold them together. They really, to do a good job of that, they want welding, don't they? You need welding together. Then there's no sort of case of them coming apart and doing stuff like that, just falling apart. Right, looks like we can get down here, so let's have a little look. Ooh. So this is what them cages are like. They're literally just full of stone. And stacked up. Sea's lapping in along here. Still got 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 hours to high tide. So you can imagine that we'll be smashing against this quite nicely, even on a calm day where the wind's pushing everything flat. We've got a walkway up here, so I'm going to explore that because I don't actually know where that goes. Climb back up a hill. Oh, that's hard work. There is a path still going down that way. You can see the houses and stuff down that end as well, getting very close to the edge. Alright, we're going to take a walk up here and just see what's at the top, because this is a lot easier than climbing the cliff. Don't get me wrong, I like to have an adventure in that when I'm out and show everyone, you know, a bit of fun, but it's hard enough just walking up it. Oh, I see, it's a little pair of steps there. And a little side bit, we just use the side bit and the steps. It's going to get windy now, but we're up to the brick houses now. Sea's there, brick houses there. They're quite a long way away. It's got to come in quite a long way to do any damage on this end. But that's why this end's protected. Right. I'm going to wander back down this way and see where we can walk along the top. Bring you back in there now and I'll get my breath back. That's the crazy jungle I climbed through last time I came up the cliff. Came through all them thorn bushes. They were well above my head, and that was a crazy thing to do. That's where I climbed through, come up through all of that lot, all the way up here. I don't look much from here, but trust me, that probably took me 45 minutes. Okay, so we're back up the other end. Well, not up the other end, but a bit further back to the road. that goes along the top. There's lots of signs in that put around, but as you can clearly see, there's plenty of people walking along the path still. So what's left of this road and these footpaths and people's gardens, because I don't think it's going to be a great deal. Got a feeling I'm going to get to a point when I won't be able to go any further, but we'll have a little look, see what's happening. This one here seems to be pretty safe at the moment. But then saying that, if I look just down here, there's a huge gap where it's all disappeared, so maybe it's not. There's the old excavator signs and stuff. I mean, they ain't even cleared them up, which is a bit strange, really, isn't it? This is the area where the other homes were taken down. Still wood and stuff and bits of house and all sorts of bits and pieces just laying around. Lumps of plastic, big lumps of stone. And here we go, we're on the edge straight away. This bit I'm standing on is going pretty soon, I reckon. That was where another one of the homes were. Feels quite sketchy actually to be walking along here, because as you can see just in front of me, this bit's already gone. And that would be a bit of a fall to go flying down there. I'm going to walk along the top here, but I'm going to do it quite quickly. This was another spot where one of the properties were. And that is just literally hanging over the edge and there's nothing underneath it. It's not looking too safe. I think this road's going next. We're right up to the edges of this wood here. All this has gone down, as you can see. One more tide and this is all going as well. Or one more storm, I should say. This one seems to be sort of okay, but if where I'm standing goes, that's very close to that. This little area here, there was a little shed on here where I'm now standing. Sea pipes hanging over the edge, and this is literally the edge straight down now. So this is all going as well. There was another property there. This is all slid. There's a lot of areas along here now that there's only a tiny bit of pathway or roadway, whatever you want to call it. It's a long way to end up down there. You can imagine this all going down with a big thump. Power cables with bags on the end saying danger. Surely they're not still connected. That would be crazy. Obviously the homes up the top there, they've still got electricity and stuff. I'm sure they're not coming off these same posts in these areas here, and if they were, surely they've been switched to other ones now. I reckon there was a shed just behind that wood there. It's been demolished and chucked over the edge by the looks of it. This area is pretty dangerous. Well, there is no road left here. The road is gone here. don't even know if it's safe to go along, to be honest. Oh, it's a bit slippery, a bit soft. It's going to stop actually. I'm actually cut off by the looks of that. Yeah, there's no more path, no more road. On this bit anyway. It's all down there. Wow. I'm going to have to try and go up there, but I'm not sure about that yet. Let's have a little look. Gotta be so careful. Oh. It looks like people might have been walking through here. It's sort of a walkway. Oh, very sketchy. Oh. Looks like we can get back to where there is some road. Thorn bushes, roots, trees, there's all sorts there. There's the edge of the road again, so we should be able to get back onto a bit of road. Yep, we have. Pretty good, but I reckon next time we come here, this bit of road won't be here. Probably the last time we're going to be able to get along the top here. Because we clearly can't round there. And this bit, well, as you can see, it's got fresh bits going over right now. Down there, there's plenty of road. This isn't really, is this road? Just mud. This isn't really road. Well, sort of is road, bit of path. Let's have a view of the sea from up here, shall we? Winds are still going up and over my head, which is nice. Otherwise I'd be getting absolutely blasted. This is a dodgy bit of road over the edge here. It's just soft dirt underneath it, as you can see. The road it was here is all laying down there now. It's very fresh. You've recently gone down. Not much left here. Look at this crack in that. You can see this is all going to go. It's cracking away, getting ready to move. Most of it is already down there, but as you can see, this is the pathy bit I'm standing on, and the adjoining road is gone. It's down there. The tide's already washing the sand on top of it. There's no road left whatsoever on this bit. I wouldn't say that it was safe to walk along there, so I'm going to go up. The rest of the road is just sitting there. Very recently gone down. In the storms that we've had the last few days. Look at them cables all flopping around, and you can see by the trees that the wind's going a bit crazy. Right, I'm going to go up here. It's just a little bit safer than trying to walk along there. It's just not quite here yet. There was a building here at one point. Not quite sure where there's a pair of scissors sitting there. Could have come out of the property. Not sure what was up there. Maybe there was a shed or a sort of garden bit. This is the property we're actually standing inside it. The old post box. No number or name on it. As you can see, we clearly couldn't have walked along there. It just weren't going to happen. This bit's already hanging over the edge. This massive telegraph pole or electric pole has gone over. This one's still sitting here, but I don't see its chances for much longer. One thing I have noticed, if that is the case, is the cars are gone. Cars, caravans, etc. Still a fairly decent bit of road on this end. Not nice to look over the edge. I don't mind going too near the edge, but got to be careful. This is probably the biggest chunk of road that's left, this little bit along here. That piece there, basically. Probably the only big chunk left. You can see in the background there, we're definitely going to get some rain or snow in a minute. We've had plenty lately. Rain, snow, sleet, all sort of mixed together. This is all getting ready to go. Look at that, man. You can literally see the gaps. I reckon if I give it a little tap, that'll go straight down, but I'm not going to. Not going to touch it. And this bit along here where I am now was the road with the cars and caravans and stuff like that on. And they're all gone. There is no more road this way. Whoa! Just realised where I was standing. I was standing on there, and this is all detached. As you can see, there's not much holding that on. And I was standing down there on the side there. Don't want to be doing that. So I think this is basically as far as we can get now. We've run out of road, we've run out of path. We've run out of everything. There is properties just there. And there and there. They're fairly close. I mean, it ain't going to take long for what I'm standing on to go down because it's just literally soft dirt. Sand. If you look at it, it's breaking here. It's already cracking. It's going down next tide. Next tide it hits the cliff anyway. This is all going over. The road's all down there. And all the pipes. And that's literally as far as I can go. I can't go no more. Just buried this off, and you can see this is all hanging over the edge. There's a couple of little slots there. And that's it. There's nowhere else to walk. That is the end of it. So it's not looking too good for the front of Hemsby at the moment. You can go up there and probably along the cliff and that, but along people's gardens. But I'm not going to do that. It's obviously private property. So this It's not nice to see, but this piece of road in front of us, we're actually on a piece of road under the sand as well. These are going down next, and once that's gone, it's basically this tiny bit of grass left where I'm standing now on the side of the cliff here. Once this is all gone, which ain't going to take a lot. As you can see, it's already breaking. One more storm, hit the cliffs, that'll go. And this whole lot will go, I reckon. And then there's nothing else to show. You're then starting to work your way into these bushes and stuff. And the sand is up there. And then you're talking about what's up there. Properties, caravans. And basically all this coming down. And a lot of that is just sand and mud. So I mean, that ain't going to take too much to start wiping away. So this probably could be the last time that I'll be able to walk on the Hemsby Road, because there ain't much of it left. Well, as you can see, there's not much road left. There's not much of the cliffs left. Not much of anything left. Don't know what's going to happen in the coming months, but I can see more of these properties coming down or having to be removed, and a lot more of this washing into the sea. It's not very nice seeing all that metal, all that rubbish and all that destruction just laying on the beach. You think it'd just clear it up, wouldn't you? But obviously not. So I'm going to end this one here, because as you can probably see in the background, it's getting dark. And I can't walk no further anyway. So please give me a thumbs up, and if you like this sort of stuff and you're new here, hit the old subscribe button and press the bell, and you'll see each video that comes out. So thanks for coming in, appreciate your time, and will this be the last time we walk on this road? Who knows, but educated guess how quick it's going down. Probably will be. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.